Have you ever wondered what happens after forgiveness? Like, what comes next once Jesus restores you? Do you just go back to living the same life? Or does he have something more in mind? See, grace doesn't just wipe your slate clean. It writes a brand new mission on your heart. In John 21, we see Peter go from broken and ashamed to called and commissioned. And that same Jesus who restored Peter wants to remind you today, your failure isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your purpose. This lesson is called Restored and Commissioned, Jesus' love for Peter. And if you've ever wondered whether God could still use you after you've messed up, stay with me, because this one's for you. Last time we watched Jesus meet his disciples on the shore after a long, empty night of fishing. He filled their nets, fed them breakfast, and reminded them that he provides even when we come up empty. But now, as the waves lap against the sand and the smell of fire and bread hangs in the air, one conversation still needs to happen. Peter sits across from Jesus, still carrying the weight of those 3 denials. The moment he swore he didn't even know him. And right there by the fire, Jesus begins the conversation that will change Peter's life forever. After breakfast, Jesus asked Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," Peter replied. "You know I love you." "Then feed my lambs," Jesus told him. Jesus repeated the question, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" "Yes, Lord," Peter said. "You know I love you." "Then take care of my sheep," Jesus said. A third time he asked him, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was hurt that Jesus asked the question a third time. He said, "Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you." Jesus said, "Then feed my sheep." 3 questions, 3 answers, 3 denials healed by 3 confessions of love. This isn't a confrontation. It's a conversation of restoration. Jesus isn't rubbing Peter's failure in his face. He's redeeming it. He's saying, "Peter, I know what you did, but I also know who you can become." That's grace in action. It doesn't ignore the past, it transforms it. Notice something subtle here. Jesus calls him Simon, son of John, not Peter, the rock. It's like Jesus is peeling back the layers, speaking to the man behind the mistake. Before Jesus can rebuild Peter's calling, he brings him back to the place of honesty. And he doesn't start with strategy or skill. He starts with love. Do you love me? Because before you can lead others, you have to love Jesus. Before you can feed his sheep, you have to be filled with his presence. Jesus' question cuts past all the noise, all the guilt, and goes straight to the heart. Let's get real for a second. In our world, we measure love by likes, views, and vibes. But Jesus measures love by obedience and compassion. He's still asking today, do you love me? Not, do you look successful? Not, do people approve of you? Just, do you love me? And if your answer is yes, his next words are clear. Then feed my sheep. In other words, show it. Love people the way I love you. Be a voice of hope. Serve the hurting. Speak truth with love and grace. That's what following Jesus really looks like. Maybe you're like Peter. You've denied Jesus in your own way. Maybe through silence, compromise, or fear. But hear this truth. Jesus isn't finished with you. He doesn't just forgive you. He re-invites you into purpose. He doesn't erase you from the story. He writes you into his mission. So if you've ever wondered whether you can still make a difference for God after falling short, this is your reminder. Jesus still trusts you with his sheep. If you're grateful that Jesus still calls you after your mistakes, I want you to type these words in the comments right now. I'm still called. Because that's the truth. Failure doesn't end your calling. It refines it. Let's flood the comments with faith declarations that say, I may have fallen, but I'm still following. Ask yourself this week, how can I feed his sheep right where I am? Who needs encouragement, truth, or compassion from me? How can I show Jesus that I love him, not just say it? Let's live out our I love you this week in action, not just emotion. If this message stirred something in your heart, take a second to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson in this series. And if you believe in what we're doing, bringing the truth of God's word to this generation, would you prayerfully consider partnering with us on Patreon? Your support helps us create more Christ-centered content that reaches hearts, transforms lives, and points people back to Jesus. You can find the Patreon link in the description below. Every partnership helps share the message of restoration and purpose with someone who needs it most. Peter's story didn't end with denial. It began again with love. And maybe that's where you are today, standing on the shore of grace, hearing Jesus say, "Do you love me?" Answer him. Step back into your purpose, because you're not just forgiven, you're restored and commissioned. Until next time, God bless.